Hey guys, it's boy on my account. Hey live once again. Welcome to another video of mine. Today, I got something new for you guys. Alright, I got two Moonbreon PSA 10s right here. One is real, one is fake. And I'm not gonna lie, it is getting a lot more hard every year just to tell the difference between a fake one and a real one. And let's see if we can figure this out at the end of this video. Alright, so what we have here, this is the Moonbreon VMAX Evolving Skies Secret Rare. It's probably one of the most expensive card out there, also from the most expensive set out there currently right now. I think most people call this the Moonbreon because of the moon section at the top left here. And honestly, it is a beautiful looking card. Like seeing it in real life, I'm like, wow. You know, if I were to get this at first, I'll be like, it's alright. But honestly, seeing the close-up of it all, the texture and the color is so bright and vibrant, I'm like, I can understand why. Not only that, when this set dropped, I wasn't there per se. It came out in what, 2021 during COVID and such. I was aware of it, but I wasn't really getting on that hype train per se. Obviously, people went crazy over this set, and when prices shot up, people realized, wait a minute, this card is so difficult to actually pull. It's not impossible, but it's called Evolving Skies for a reason, and this is one of the reasons for it. Sure, right now, a PSA 10, if I'm not mistaken, is going roughly above 2K on average. I'm not mistaken. Maybe a bit more. It might be more. I'm not too sure of the details. I need to probably put that on the screen somewhere here. But it's honestly such a blessing to have this card right here in front of me just to compare the real and the fake so far, because for the longest time I had this one and people been questioning me about it, but it is obvious to tell in a sense. But before I get to the details of the reals and the fake, again, it's just beautifully illustrated. I never heard this artist before. I don't actually have any of this guy's other cards per se, but honestly the colors are just beautiful. I'm hoping the camera could capture that a little bit, like the little glistering of the holo effect here, as well as the miniature details that you could probably see very finite on this beautiful card here. Now, and not to forget, this is a PSA 10, a very expensive merchandise right here. Anyone wants this, anyone, honestly. And anyways, this card got so big that people started making such huge fakes out there. Some are obvious, some are obvious. I have a couple of them right now with me, which I'm about to show you. But yeah, because this card got so big, there's so many fakes out there. For better or for worse, it's getting really close. And I just noticed on Etsy or eBay, they created a new version of a fake, and it looks so close. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. Kind of like how AI is progressing every year. It's that sort of same thing. It's scary, but honestly, it's close. I have a fake PSA 10 with me today. Very beautifully crafted with its textures. Not only that, it's in a solid case with a so-called PSA thing. Like how? And for those who are watching right now, can you even tell? Can you tell which is the real, which is the fake right here? And what I mean by the fakes out here, this is how close they're getting. We got another fake Moonbreon here in a very interesting illustration of Moonbreon. Honestly, this looks beautiful to me. I love this card so much, and I'm glad I have this right there just to show you the detail. Right now it's in a little bit of a protective sleeve here, but you can just tell it has so much texture. But of course, the alignment and the proportions of the real Moonbreon is just so different. And this is also another fake as well. As you can tell, it has texture as well. It's really difficult. It's getting so close to the real thing. Like, it has texture, which is crazy. Before, you would think like, oh, you can't fake the texture, but people are able to do so and also get a nice holo effect that actually mimics the real thing nearly. But you could tell right off the bat of the weight and feel of it all. And this is what comes to the conclusion of a PSA 10 versus a PSA 10 fake and real. I'm not sure it's off right off the bat, but here we have a real PSA 10. It is solid. Like, you can feel how tight. There's no shaking. There's barely any shaking happening out of this thing. But here we have a fake PSA 10. And if I were to shake this, it's very wiggly in there. It's very wiggly. So I think that's one thing you could possibly check to see if it's a real. But not only that, just by mere, if you see the real thing in your front of your hands, you could tell by the different colors of the PSA 10s here. Seems to be a little bit more vibrant of a color. This seems to be a little bit darker. However, what's amazing is that the fakes are able to replicate. This QR code on the fake actually leads you to the official PSA 10 website, showing the actual real PSA 10 of a Umbreon, which is wild to me. It's incredible. Maybe you could tell that this has a bit of a darker tint compared to the real thing. And like I said, the cases on both of them are solid. It's just the shaking effect is what's bothering me, and that's one way you can sort of detect that, wait a minute, this is not really slid in there officially, which is quite odd. But obviously, even the casing themselves is slightly different, the way they kind of fit in the card in the top here. Not too sure you guys could see that. But yeah, this is like one way you can just sort of tell, given the proportion of how things are, and even the PSA labels, it's close. Like I tell you, they're getting closer and closer every single year to the realest thing. So please be careful out there in what you're purchasing. And this is just it graded, right? So imagine it not being graded, it could be super difficult. Hence why I'm showing you guys the real thing here. The one way you could tell, for the longest time, you could tell what's a fake is because the real has texture all across the board of the card. And what I mean by that is there's texture in the eyeballs in itself. And there's different textures on the castle themselves. I'm not too sure you guys can see that. Different texture on the castles as well as the overall card where the moon is. There's this different texture layout in each bulk of the card. Not only that, at the bottom here you'll see a little nice of a shiny effect here, a little glistering, kind of like what you see out in the snow. A little flickle on the when the sunlight is beaming on the snow, just flickles a little bit there, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It is so close, it's scary that it replicates the texture. However, the texture on the fake is the same all across the board. There's no indication of difference of texture at the castle, in the eye, or even at the water. So you can tell right away that if the texture is the same all across the board, it is a fake. And not only that, I guess you could tell by the color, the mint, and even the font could be a little different as well. And even want to be extra detective, my guy, check this out. If you have a black light by chance, this will solidify any disagreements on anything here. So let's just turn on all these lights. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see this on camera. If I were to put this light here, there should be a small minute detail where I don't think the fake can even replicate. Not only if you point the black light at the PSA logo in the middle there, it shines, but also if you were to point it towards the red strip on top here, you should be able to see like a PSA label all across the board. And I'm not too sure I could pick that up on camera right now. It is so slight. It's crazy how what humanity has been able to create with a fake. But yeah, hopefully you guys could see that. I really hope you guys could see that. It's so slight. You can only see it under a black light almost. It's just a PSA all across the board here. It is so finite and minute, you cannot see it with the naked eye. And on top of that, again, the PSA on top here, this PSA is all across the middle here, which is glistening. It's not just a solid state color, but you see PSA invisible ink on top here. I guess you can see it sort of around the PSA here. There's like big PSAs, then the smaller PSAs all across the board there. So this is how you could tell if it's official and fake, and for those who are interested. But it's so minute. I never thought there would be a PSA along this red strip here. I thought I was focused on the PSAs in the center here. That's hard to replicate, but even so, a proper second authentication, it says a PSA ink thing you can only see with the black light, which is incredible compared to the fake. There's nothing of that sort, and you can tell that the paper is luminescent already, glow in the dark, but there's nothing. It's literally, there's no shine, nothing in here, which is quite crazy to see. And not only on the back here, it's the same thing. The PSA in the middle is just very straight color, and there's not much going on here. There's no invisible PSA or small PSAs at the back there, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, if we were to compare In contrast, right out the back here, let's just see if this can pick it up. This is the fake. There's nothing going on here. This is the real. There's something going on here. And I'm not too sure you guys could see that properly or not, but it's I was bamboozled. Like, wow. So those who are trying to fake people out there, you can't get away with it just yet. You just can't, all right? You cannot fake this right now. You cannot. Like I said, there's nothing on the top board here. Nothing on the top board. It's just nothing. I'm not too sure that camera could pick that up again, but like, it's so minute. It's so minute, my guy. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Even the paper is shining differently, and it's kind of crazy how that works. But yeah, oh my god, is that glowing in the dark? Oh my god, it is glowing in the dark with a black light. What kind of card is this? Oh my goodness. You guys seen this effect? That looks so sick. Actually looks so sick with the green and glowing effect. Oh my gosh. Anyways, they're both super clean, don't get me wrong. The fake is just there as a proxy, it's there for looks, it's just there for content making. And for those who are worried about having fakes out on the market, trust, it's extremely difficult. So as long as those who are looking for what they need to be looked for, you're good. It's hard, it's real. From a distance you can't even tell. Close up you can tell. Once you see the real official thing, it blows your mind. And I'm hoping I could continue this sort of series comparing the reals and the fake. But yeah, this is easily one of the best modern cards there is right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of video. Please leave a like and be careful out there. This is 2K versus 90 bucks you could buy off somewhere. So be careful out there, don't get scammed, and let me know what you guys think. Have you guys guessed the right ones? Is this the real? Is this the fake? Or is this the real? Or is this the fake? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, peace.
You look lonely.